Hello, Lucky Network friends, have a nice day for all of you. Meet again in the latest video. While telling stories, sharing knowledge and more, while hunting fans, those who haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe first. After that, like and share. Let's begin. Onion and garlic. Once upon a time, there lived Bawang Puda and her half-sister, Bawang Merah. Bawang Puda's mother died when she was a baby. Then his father remarried to another woman and had a child named Bawang Merah. Not long after, his father died. After that, Bawang Puda's life was very sad. On a daily basis, Bawang Puda was always asked to do all the housework including washing clothes. One day while washing, Bawang Puda's stepmother's clothes drifted away. Bawang Puda was confused until she finally met a grandmother who said that she had kept the clothes that had drifted away and would return them on one condition. Bawang Puda had to help with the housework. Bawang Puda complied. When finished, the grandmother returned her stepmother's clothes. The grandmother also gave him a gift. Bawang Puda had to choose one of the pumpkins to take home. There were large pumpkins and small pumpkins. Bawang Puda chose the small one. When he got home, to his surprise, he and his mother and stepsisters found that the pumpkin contained lots of jewelry. The next day, Bawang Merah did the same thing as Bawang Puda. He pretended to wash away his clothes. Then, choose a large pumpkin. When he opened the pumpkin, it contained snakes. Bawang Merah and her mother felt that this was a form of rebuke from God for them for treating Bawang Puda like a maid. They realized all their mistakes so far to Bawang Puda and apologized. Moral: don't behave badly towards other people and have a greedy nature. Greedy farmer. Mr. Farmer always wants to earn a lot of money. In the spring, he cried out to God, "If it's a fine day, I will reap my wheat." The next day, the sun was shining brightly. The farmer also reaped some of his wheat. After that, he called out to God again, "If it rains today, it will be good for my other grain." The next day it rained. The farmer said, "If the rain is heavier, my wheat will grow faster." The next day it rained again. Summer came. Mr. Farmer harvested the wheat and piled it together in the field. Finished working, Mr. Farmer said, "God, if you give more rain, surely my harvest is much bigger than this." Summer is still going on. Mr. Farmer wants to plant wheat soon. He cried out angrily, "Why don't you give me more rain, Lord? Give it rain so I can plant the wheat and harvest it." God then sent down very heavy rain for days. Flood hit Pak Farmer's field. All of the farmer's grain was washed away by the water. Moral message: always be grateful for what God has given you. Enjoy what's there. Golden cucumber. Mbok Serni lives alone. Her husband had died a long time ago and she was not blessed with any children. In her daily life, Mbok Serni farms vegetables around the house. Then sell it to the market. Every day Mbok Serni always begged God to be blessed with a child. One day, while praying, a green-faced giant named Buto Iyo suddenly came. "I can give you a child, but with one condition. After the age of 6, you must give the child to me again," said Buto Iyo. Without thinking, Mbok Serni agreed. Buto Iyo gave cucumber seeds to plant. He said that one of the cucumbers would have the biggest golden cucumber. It is the cucumber that contains the baby. Sure enough, 2 weeks after the cucumber seeds were planted, Mbok Serni found the biggest cucumber among the other cucumbers and was golden in color. When it was cut open, it contained a baby girl who was later named Timun Emas by Mbok Serni. Several years passed. Timun Emas and Mbok Serni were always together until Buto Iyo came to take Timun Emas. Mbok Cerny really loved Timun Emmas, so she prayed that they would always be together. Then came a hermit who gave him a small package containing cucumber seeds, needles, salt, and shrimp paste. When Buto Iyo was chasing Timun Emmas, the packages were scattered one by one to block Buto Ijo's steps. The last packet containing shrimp paste sprinkled on Buto Iyo turned into hot mud until Buto Iyo died. Timun Emmas was freed from Buto Iyo. He returned home and lived happily with Mbok Cerny again. This story is quoted from a book entitled Collection of Folklore No. 1 by Ali Muahar. Moral message: do not have bad intentions towards other people because it will turn on yourself. The Proud Crane. A heron walks gracefully along a small river. Its eyes stare at the clear river water. Its long neck and beak are ready to catch prey in the water for breakfast. At that time, the river was filled with swimming fish, but the crane was feeling a little haughty that morning. "I don't want to eat small fish," he said to himself. "Small fish don't deserve to be eaten by a graceful crane like me." Now, a fish that was slightly bigger than the other fish was passing nearby. "No," said the stork. "I wouldn't bother myself to open my beak and eat a fish that big." As the sun begins to rise, the fish that are in shallow water near the river's edge finally swim to the middle of the river, which is deeper and colder. The stork, who did not see any more fish, had to be content with eating small snails on the banks of the river. Moral: this story teaches children not to be arrogant, mother, because this trait will only harm both others and yourself. Thank you friends for watching this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.